So Lily May is on her final days as a rate up banner hero, and we all know building a rate up hero is much easier than waiting for them to hit the all recruitment, because you're guaranteed this hero versus one of 7 other heroes you can potentially hit. So today we're going to give you the final grade. A little spoiler in case you don't want to watch the entire thing. She's essentially just S+ tier. PvP, bosses, even some AFK battles. She's really good and probably one of the strongest new heroes we've had come to the game outside of Celestials and Hypogen heroes. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. A little bit of a final grade for Lily May. So again, at the time of recording this, we still have the double banner up. It's about 4 days left, probably by the time this video actually comes out and releases. So again, this is one of your last opportunities to get her on the rate up. And probably if you had to decide immediately out of these two heroes, Lily May overall would be the better pick for the good majority of people. If you're only looking at getting like one copy of a hero, I would say maybe Mikola. But Lily May, if you're planning on building a hero, is hands down the strongest hero you can possibly have on your account right now. Her abilities are insanely good. This Rainstorm Ballet is insane. The fact that she goes invincible right here while she's dashing around the battlefield honestly saves her life so many times. If the enemy does like a huge AoE, if the boss does a huge AoE, guess what? She just dodges all of it. And because that her growth ability, she literally levels up like an Aseki hero, basically getting additional attack, turning some of her additional damage into true damage as well. Well, that just means in endless bosses, she is insanely good. Her ultimate is very strong, completely countering ultimate abilities. If you do get her to Supreme Plus, it drains all of the energy as well. And her Mythic Plus is solid as well, because it gives her 2 additional attacks on that amazing Rainstorm Ballet that dashes around with each growth. And then on top of that, the growths give up to 14% of her attack, up from, I believe it's 10 in total. Now, the places she is shining the greatest is by far Dream Realm. If we take a look at all of our Dream Realm teams, Lone Gaze is like one of the few she's not there. King Croaker, she's in the best squad. Snow Stomper, she's in the best squad. Alpha Bear, the best squad. Skyclops, the best squad. Even Necro Draken, bringing back stationary heroes. Remember, Necro Draken was the one we had Tamesia, we had Corrin, we had Marilee, all these mobile heroes to get around their abilities. Now it's just like we're so strong, you can just get through it with pure healing and her damage output. So very strong hero. I bet we could probably find a way to make her useful in Lone Gaze. It just won't be at the very top, but she's probably like 2nd tier down. And actually, are we on Lone Gaze today? We are. I'm intrigued to see where she kind of ranks on everybody's list here. I don't know if anybody actually uses her on this one. The first time we used her against Lone Gaze, it felt very poor. So yeah, it doesn't look like she really fits in Lone Gaze, but every other boss, she is part of the best team. She's essentially replacing the OG heroes that we're used to seeing, such as Marilee, and definitely replacing Corrin now. These two heroes have kind of pushed their way off the tier list for the tippity top if you go for Marilee on this rate up. Now, if you don't go for Marilee on the rate up banner, it's still going to be worthwhile building the Marilee on your account, because Marilee is essentially who she replaces. She takes her spot, which means if you don't get the rate up banner, you can't force her to very high levels, and you already are building a Marilee. Marilee is still going to be the better option, but still very good. As far as arena goes, my goodness, is she so strong. Probably just about every battle you see her in, like one team or the other is going to be using Lily May. Now, it does not compete with like the DNL teams. This is literally like what, a Paragon 4 DNL. Of course, I'm not going to beat this one. But other people look like they've been attacking me. And yeah, having the Lily May in your squad is a huge boost overall. That's the weird team I was using. I don't know why I was using that, but hey, the only times we're losing is like to the crazy DNL teams. Everything else, even in mirror matches, you'll see like crazy teams, even Lily May on enemy teams as well. PvP, she is one of the best. She's more of a tool to be used and not the direct damage dealer. You wouldn't build a team around Lily May, but Lily May is an addition, like a really solid addition to it. Things like Supreme Arena, she's doing very well in. Even in Legend Trial, she's a nice addition to the Wilder squad. The other thing is Ravage Realm is now a thing. So this is really important because, again, she's part of or will be part of the strongest team for here. The only thing I'm unsure about is what happens after the squad. There's the ultimate siege afterwards, and I don't know if ultimate siege, we don't even have it on the test servers just yet. I don't know if ultimate siege is going to be like use anybody from any faction, and then she will again become the top damage dealer most likely. So just keep that in mind. I really like this event. I hope Ravage Realm is kind of here to stay, because it is an insanely fun game mode, at least in my opinion. When we're talking even about battle drills, yes, even in battle drills, she's doing some insane amounts of damage here. If I take a look at my Aaron attacks that I did here, and I show you guys my contribution, I basically one-shot Aaron with all of our teams. There's two teams that did really good. My Taylene and Lily May team, and then probably, yep, my Odie and Alsa team. So magic damage dealers, and yes, she is a magic damage dealer, are reigning supreme. That's the only thing I would say that makes her even better than heroes like Marilee and Corrin, is the fact that she is a magic damage dealer, and magic damage dealers are typically the best leading up to endless game modes. If you're in the earlier game modes outside of endless, she's probably going to be the best to use as well, because of the way that magic defense and physical defense and true damage defense and all those things scale on the bosses. The earlier version of the bosses, true damage really doesn't shine. It's more about the magic damage, and guess what, she does magic damage as well. Her exclusive is very strong, like we were talking about. Getting that maxed out is really good. The last note, I mean, we're at the end of the season, but her season ability is very strong as well, which is nice to see. And her magic charms do some really good stuff too. You want to kind of build her up with skill power and attack. It seems to be the best way to do it, in my opinion. The skill power mainly because you are kind of getting her additional true damage based on the enemy's damage, and then you're also raising the cap of her attack on the damage number you're doing. So it's not just 6%, you're actually getting an additional, what, 2.4% of the target's max HP. So that's a nice 33% boost-ish, somewhere in that ballpark, to her true damage, and just very good. So yeah, this hero hands down feels like one of the strongest heroes we've got in a rate up banner. Definitely better than the other ones we've had. Who also I would say is probably close to one of the second best one, maybe even Florabelle. Really strong heroes. Soren was kind of a fail. We have Olmus, who's like niche. Mikola, still a very good hero, but I would not definitely call her the best of the best. We had Vala at the very beginning of the game. Again, very solid hero at the time, but still not as good. I think by far, like, I'd even argue maybe besides like Freesto, she's probably the best hero that's come out, even among the Celestials and Hypogens too. So I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. I think overall I would just give her an S+, because there's very few game modes she's not at the tippy top. The only one that I'd say she's not like super amazing in is probably these AFK stages, and that's really just because, like, let's be honest, the Smokey strategy is just insanely good. Like, if you're not using Smokey, you're doing something wrong, essentially, and it's hard to fit a hero in there unless they're a support hero, where like Mikola kind of can be used in that game mode. And that's maybe the only reason why I'd say Freesto overall is a better whale hero to go after. As far as regular player hero, I think she is by far the best. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully it makes you make a better decision coming up to the last 4 days of her rate up banner, and I'll see you guys next time.